Birds. Remy in the Henny in the loud is the reason why my music so blurry.
Welcome to another episode of the Hard Pause Podcast. I'm your boy Julian Blaq, sitting here with my brother, Water TV. If you haven't already, if you haven't already done so, please make sure you're going to visit Quarter Water TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button for some quality content,
please.
And also, if you haven't already done so, share the broadcast with your friends, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, so we can get more people in here popping. This is episode 20. So we getting up in them digits.
Hell yeah. Getting up there.
But yeah, I definitely got to give Pops a call back to let him finish talking about what he was talking about. But I'm telling you, bro, these Raycons, if we could ever get a sponsorship by them, because they be sponsoring cats.
Yeah, they do.
He's some good quality.
Shout out to Raycon. Let me say this too. Shout out to Ray J.
Yes, sir.
Because Ray J kind of like reinvented himself like 3 or 4 different times already. Like, shout out to Ray J. Because look, I'm gonna show you something that you probably didn't remember. Remember Ray J had them glasses and he said they wouldn't break and they broke on national TV?
Yeah.
Nigga, that was before the Raycon. So he kind of like, he came out with the glasses. That shit didn't work. Then he came with the headphones. So salute to Ray J, yo. For real.
Yeah, and these the pair I got are the these are the fitness earbuds. They fit perfectly in your ear, crisp sound. Like, because I got the AirPod Pros and them shits is trash. I mean, they're good, but my ears are too small. They fall out all the time. They're just
you gotta have a certain shaped ear to like fit them shits. Them shits don't fit in everybody's ear. Like,
and that sucks. It sucks bad. Especially for them to be so damn expensive, man. For them to be so expensive, and then it's awkward. You got to have them push forward. You can't. Like, the other ones used to be up and down. It's just weird.
I think they make them like that on purpose so you could lose them. They probably make. You know how much money they make off people buying replacement buds and all that shit. Like,
yeah.
The same shit with the chargers. When the iPhones first came out, they used to make the chargers mad easy to break. People, I know they made millions of dollars just off chargers.
I can say that. I remember I had a couple of friends that was real abusive to their chargers and shit. Well, homegirl was like, she's like, you got plenty of chargers. I said, no, I got one for each device. You keep breaking your shit.
Right.
I said, I'll take care of mine.
The easiest way to take care of yours is to not use your shit while it's on a charger.
Do that.
That shit mess up your phone, especially your phone. Like your MacBook and shit, you could do that, but your phone, like using it, moving it around while it's on the charger, that shit gonna give it a short quick.
Yeah, it'll fuck up the. But I have my with my last iPhone, my cords are still good. None of them are shorted. They're still holding up pretty good. I'm about to try to upgrade to the 15 because I done filled the memory up. I fucked up and got the smaller memory. I meant to get the terabyte, and I did.
You gotta get the 2. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try.
Terabyte is necessary.
Yeah, sure. Especially with all the videos I be downloading.
Especially for niggas that be using that shit for YouTube and be shooting videos and shit on that shit. Like,
yo, and there's a lot of cats that was doing their whole YouTube career was just straight up on an iPhone.
Most people.
Yeah, that shit looks.
Believe that shit. Most YouTube channels, if you look at them, most of them they be using their phone for real. Like most, because the iPhone 14 fit the 13 up is like the cameras is good.
Yeah,
like it's like damn near 4K type shit.
I was looking at Taylor's Dread video, and I said, "What kind of camera you use? This shit look crispy." She's like, "Oh, that's the iPhone." I was like, "Damn, that shit looked."
Know who got a crispy ass camera? And I want to know what kind of camera he got. Shannon Sharp. You ever watch Shannon Sharp podcast?
I've seen some.
Yo, his camera, dog. I don't know what he got, but his camera is cool. It looked like a TV studio. He gotta have something like that.
Yes, sir.
He gotta have some kind of $10,000 camera or something. Cause his camera looked like TV.
At least mirrorless, like they got the mirrorless ones. Much love on those hearts. Thank you, my sister Taisha. And welcome to the broadcast, whoever slid up in here. But yeah, the camera quality, like this camera here is technically a 4K camera, But I gotta turn the lights up for you to see. Usually I got the lights dim because they're too bright, so my shit be looking a little ashy. But it's a good quality camera. It's from Elgato. They're 4K.
How much was it?
This one's about 200.
2,000? Oh, 200? That ain't bad.
No, and it's made for streamers.
Yeah, I need to go get me the whole Elgato setup for real. Like,
yeah, I got the Elgato key lights. I got overkill with the lights, and I got the Elgato Stream Deck, which I hardly ever even use. I don't even know why I got the.
You see, they got the Langolier lights, the mics, right?
The who?
The Langolier. That's what they name.
The
little
clip.
Small shit. Yep.
Oh yeah. And one of my boys was supposed to get one of those mics for his spot, which works.
Yeah, they got them shit. Yeah, they got them. Roadmaster got them too.
Sure. Like this, and I haven't even been using my my Rode, that other soundboard I got, because I don't have a need to hook up another mic because nobody's here.
Yeah.
When I grab up when I grab up Nan, we have to hook up another mic. I even got another camera. We could throw her in here. But I think there's something different with this to add an additional camera. I think you got to pay for that, right? Or no?
Do you? Nah.
No. Okay.
I think we can add up to like 16 people up this motherfucker.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, I think you can add up. I think you can add mad people up here, especially because it's paid for. I think it might be more than that, but I think it's like at least 16 people though.
That's what's up. But let's see what we got here. So you heard they in Ohio they took your boy Slick Don off the ballot out there.
Yeah, I see that. That them Democrats doing all kind of.
Well, you know what's funny? Somebody brought up a historical fact. The last time the Dems pulled someone off a state ballot was Abraham Lincoln. They pulled him off of all the other states' ballots to try to not have him elected.
He still won.
That's
what I'm saying. I don't think none of this shit ain't gonna work. I think the problem is the Democrats, y'all doing too much. It kind of look like y'all trying to destroy the country. If you ask me, that's what it looked like to me.
But they're doing all the shit they said that motherfucker was going to be doing. They're doing almost everything they said he was doing, and he wasn't doing any of it.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. When they start getting into that politics, that's just like, I compare that to like having a conversation with a white supremacist and they trying to blame everything on the Jewish people.
Yeah.
To black people, we just look at it as white people fighting each other.
Yeah.
So we don't really separate. We don't like white supremacy. We don't separate like Jewish, white supremacists, white. We don't. Y'all all the same to us. Like, not all Jewish people ain't white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the ones that are, like, we don't separate them. Like, they all the same.
You know what I noticed too? I got into a little thread. There was a Jon Stewart breaking down how our taxes work. We pay taxes to the government. The government funnels it to Big Pharma. Big Pharma generates product from our tax dollars and then upcharge us for it. And everybody in the comments was like, thanks to the Republicans. I said, nah, the Republicans and Democrats had a hand in this.
It's the government.
Big Pharma's greasing all their pockets. And someone said, well, you're wrong. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party started at the same time. I said, dude, use Google, my guy. They didn't start at the same time.
Dog, they using classic like art of war shit on us. Like, the people fighting each other over this bullshit Democrat Republican shit. They all doing the same shit. They just doing it different ways, but they all doing the same things. Like, they got the people arguing and bickering and ain't really shit getting done.
And not paying attention to the real shit that they need to be paying attention. They're arguing about, restrooms and dumb shit like that.
Right. Dumb ass. Then you got people out here, man, I ain't even gonna go. I was about to turn crazy.
But
I ain't even gonna go there, but
so I'm interested to see. I got my popcorn. I'm interested in see how this shit pans out with
all I'm saying is Biden gotta go. I don't care nothing about nothing. Biden ass is out of there. Kamala too. Get her rabbit ass out of here with your pandering acting like you black, lady. You is not black. You ain't black. Oh, she Jamaican. Her father looked like he Cooley though. They Indian nigga. Like they not. What are you talking about? Like
Yeah, she's not connected to us. Us black folks here in the States. So
nigga, no, not she. Damn near full Indian nigga.
Yeah.
Full Asian.
Yeah.
Think about it. The Coolies are Indians from India that migrated to Jamaica. So if your pops look Coolie and your mom's is from like which one? You Asian.
And her pops is allegedly supposed to be a biracial Jamaican descendant of slave owners. Her people's the slave owners over there in Jamaica.
You surprised she grew up to be a prosecutor locking niggas up. You surprised? Mm-hmm. To me, if you are a prosecutor, you cannot be a good person. You might start off a good person, but eventually, after you continuously lock people up and can't see the good in people, because that's what prosecutors are for, all the evil stuff and everybody that comes in front of them, it does something to you.
And the prosecutors are the only attorneys that get to pick and choose their battles. Like if you bring if they can't win a case or a case looks unwinnable, they could just turn it down. They could choose not to prosecute. You know what I'm saying? They're the only attorneys that gets they just don't. And the only other time they're forced, if they're forced to politically prosecute, like let's say there's political pressure for them to get in a case, and that's when you see them lose big. They go to court and they wind up losing because they were political.
They be mad about that. That'd be the judge making them take that shit.
Yeah.
They be mad about that shit. I already know. That's why I'm saying I know all the theatrics with the court system. That's why I said all this politics remind me of court. And in court, everybody's arguing against each other. But in real life, they all eat and sit and chit chat, and their kids play with each other. They friends. So all this theatrics that we go, just the same thing with this politics. These people are friends, man.
That's what I was telling them too. I said, shit, Hillary Clinton and Trump and them used to go on vacations together and shit.
Dog. Behind the scenes, they are off. It's a documentary on Netflix. I forgot the name of it, right? And it's about this one dude who has like a religious thing. He has leaders from all over the world come to his house, even people that's beefing with each other. Explain that to me. All this is cat. Like it's like gang leaders letting the minions fight, and then the leaders just go somewhere. They all eating crumpets and shit.
The funniest shit I read, I probably mentioned this in a pod before, was when I guess while Trump was president, he was over in Germany, and apparently this nigga likes Starburst. He eats them shits all the time. So this nigga throws a Starburst at the prime minister of Germany and told her, "Don't ever say I never gave you nothing." Motherfuckers was like, "That's so embarrassing." I said, "This nigga know this bitch. You don't understand. They've been friends probably and dealt with each other for decades."
These people know each other. Like when they go out to eat, they eating at the same places. These people know each other. Like they live in the same neighborhoods. Like
in Saudi Arabia, it's illegal for any of them motherfuckers to touch royalty, right? It was at a big ass meeting. Slick Dick Don walks by the Saudi prince, pats him on the shoulder, said, "What's up?"
Yeah, just doing shit. Just doing shit. That's the only thing you gotta respect about Trump, because he's like a troll. He a troll, basically. Donald Trump is a troll. He does shit just because he know he's not supposed to do it. He gonna do it. Like that's just how he a troll.
What's that nigga? He does an amazing Trump. He did this. He was talking about when they killed the what is it called? One of the big leaders of ISIS, and he was like, Trump came out to do a press conference. He said, "Abu Bakr el-Baghdadi is dead. He died like a dog."
That's what I'm saying. Trump is a wild nigga. And that's why most people hate him, because he's saying shit.
Yep.
That's what it be. It be the shit he be saying, because he didn't do nothing. Joe Biden is the worst thing that ever happened to black people ever. Outside of slavery and all that other shit that happened back in the day, like as of recent years, he worse than both the Bushes, if you ask me. Like,
well, I mean, he was bragging about every drug law that put nonviolent offenders in jail for life. He penned. His name was on it. He was the architect of it. So
Yeah.
that decimated the black community too.
Facts. Joe Biden been doing shit to niggas since forever. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. And then you want me to believe that an 80-year-old white man all of a sudden ain't racist no more? Nigga, please. Nigga, please. Then you got Kamala Harris running around with Timberland boots and interviews and all this goofy shit, talking about Tupac, her favorite rapper, and all this goofy shit. Lady, no disrespect, but just off the person that you choose to lay down with, I know you don't listen to no rap music at all.
Well, she was taking some melanated peen for quite a few years.
What
Montel,
Montel, you mean?
Montel,
Yeah, but Montel different kind of nigga. Montel ain't listening to no rap either.
That's true.
Let's keep it 100. Montel, even though, no disrespect to Montel, right? No disrespect to him. What's his Montel Williams, right?
Yep.
I was about to say Montel Jordan.
Yeah, I do that all the time when I be talking about that nigga.
Right, but no disrespect to Montel Williams, right? But Montel Williams, I wouldn't be shocked if Montel Williams had a white wife.
Now? Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. Period. Like, you know what I'm saying? But not saying I wouldn't call him like a coon or a sellout or nothing. But I just wouldn't be surprised if he had a white wife. Like, cause to me, marrying Kamala Harris is like marrying a white lady. Like,
oh, he's been married a couple of times.
It
looked like the first wife was Asian. Her name was Rochelle C. First wife was Asian. Grace Morley. That sound a little ethnic right there, boy.
That sound like a white lady. That sound like a white lady.
That sound like Ethel. Grace Morley.
Click on Grace Morley and see if they got a picture of her.
I gotta look her up. She ain't got nothing on her. There's no links to any of his hoes. I knew.
Crazy.
Oh, he was in the Navy. Oh, I knew he was in the Marine Corps. 74 from my birth year to 96, he was active. So he probably retired from there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, hold up. Let's look up Miss Morley. Hold on, let's see. Grace Morley. See some images of Miss Morley. Yeah, if this is
white.
her, yeah, look a little caucus.
I told you, I ain't surprised.
That might be Negro.
I don't think so. And that's no disrespect to Montel, but I ain't surprised about that. Like, and like I said, with Kamala, for her to go from Montel Williams to this pasty dude she got now, like, come on. You don't listen to no rap music. Y'all in your house listening to Beethoven and Bach and all that shit in your house.
You ain't go to the freaking. Yeah, look at the magazine with his wife. Montel's toughest fight. He's on People magazine with his wife.
Yeah. Oh, that's when he had that shit. Well, he still got it. Whatever he got.
Yeah, hopefully he beats it.
He had it for years.
Yeah. Montel Brian Anthony Williams.
You know, Montel be smoking too. He been smoking since the 90s, smoking weed. They said that helped him with his illness. He like one of the first people that was advocating for legalizing marijuana.
I don't know why the government hasn't already done legalize it. It's just ridiculous.
Because they trying to figure out a way to not let the niggas get no money.
That's just true. Because I know in Virginia.
In
Virginia right now, they're talking about decriminalizing, and the state's already trying to buy up land so they could have a racket on it, just like they do with alcohol. Because I'm gonna show you what they owned. Go ahead.
I'm gonna show you what they did out here. They had a raffle, right? First of all, they try to this is why I be saying about the Democrats with they bullshit, right? They had a raffle to see who could get like the license to grow and sell recreational marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
They had this big raffle, and the winners got to get it. But this was the catch. I think you had to have like $2 million or some crazy astronomical amount of money that most people don't got. So that's how they outsource niggas out of it. They be doing some real. Why you need all that money? Why?
Well, if you got business credit, you could grab that $2 million in business credit and still get your license.
Nigga, who the fuck got that in the hood, dog? Like,
nobody got it, but that's what I said.
No, but I'm saying. Yeah. But hold on though. This was the catch. That's what I'm saying about the Democrats. And people need to watch them niggas. They worse than to me. Even though they both be on the same shit, the Democrats is way more slimy. They try to word it. They worded it like it was supposed to be for underprivileged black people and people that was It was supposed to be for people that was underprivileged in underprivileged neighborhoods. And how the fuck you underprivileged with $2 million? Even a $2 million credit. That don't even make no sense. But they stay doing that weird shit. The Democrats stay doing that weird shit, like saying stuff. But all right, right now, right? Just like the other day I seen. They try to, if you're gonna see it too, the Democrats they try to bring up some new reparations bill. Mm-hmm. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to throw everybody in the bill. That's how we end up never getting shit, like with civil rights. Mm-hmm. That's why the other day when they were talking about getting rid of civil rights, we didn't give a fuck because we never really benefited off that shit. White women benefited off civil rights more than anybody. And this is statistically a fact. Like, and I don't know, and no disrespect to nobody white, but I don't know how white women became a minority. That's weird. Yeah,
and they actually outnumber white men and most other minorities.
Dog, that shit is the weirdest shit on earth. Like, you know what they did? I'm gonna show you what they did. I'm gonna show you why the government owes us money too, because they stay railroading us. What they did was the white women that they didn't want to take care of, the one that's not married to the white men, they made us take care of them. That's what the civil shit is. That's how we paying for them.
Oh wow.
We taking care of white women too. Welfare was made for white women too.
This is true.
That's another catch they don't want to talk. When the men was going off the war, that's what welfare came from. It was made for white women. It was not made for no black people. Contrary to what people be trying to say. Like,
oh, I didn't even hear this. They found Genghis Khan's tomb.
Where?
Obviously somewhere in Asia, but. Hold up, I don't know. I don't want to play this shit. It's GRE. Let me look it up, see if I can find an article. Now, Genghis Khan was a wild one. They said that motherfucker, he murdered his brother when he was little. And then whenever he would conquer a spot, they would kill all the military-age men and knock up all the women.
That's that. But if you know war, that's really what war was. When they'd take over your land, they'd kill all the men and just keep all the women, and they'd kill the men and the kids too. Keep the women. Yeah, the male kid, they'd kill the male kid, keep the women, and just impregnate the women. Like that was war.
Okay, I see there's speculation on his burial. It's not. I found this article.
Man, all that shit is cap.
And he might have got killed by one of his many bitches,
or one of his men jealous. Somebody close to him. That's usually how it goes.
Now you heard the story about Alexander the Great. They try to say that because his body didn't decompose and it was out for weeks, that proved that he was a deity. That just proved this nigga was in a coma. They buried this motherfucker alive.
That's it. That's all. He was still alive. They thought that nigga was dead. And he was alive. Mm-hmm. And they might have had him in some ice or something. We don't know what the fuck going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people back then did shit differently. Even though they ain't had the same technology, they knew how to do certain shit, like preserve bodies. I'm sure they knew how to do all that back then too.
Well, even with the history of modern embalming here in the United States, embalming became huge after like the Civil War because they had to move all these bodies around. and like they even used some radical embalming shit when they had to embalm Lincoln for him to do a nationwide tour. They put so many chemicals in that dude, he turned brown. He has so many chemicals in him. And even years later, when they had to look at his body, that motherfucker was still completely preserved before they moved him to his new burial spot, because they had him hidden because people kept trying to steal his body. They kept trying to steal his body. They're gonna hold it for ransom.
It's almost like the same shit with how they preserving the mummy bodies. Cause them bodies is basically preserved, cause them shits is so old, they ain't supposed to be nothing there. Like, it's supposed to be complete dust. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with our embalming, we just put toxins through the body. That shit kind of makes the body. You don't even even waterways near cemeteries with the decay and the flow off of all the embalming fluid. The waterways near cemeteries are all polluted from the embalm. That's just crazy. I don't even want to get embalmed if I pass. Just cremate my black ass.
Yeah, what difference do it make? You ain't in there.
True that. But it's cheaper. Use that money for something else.
Yeah, this cremate me too. I don't fuck all that shit.
You know? Use that money for something else, especially if you got.
And I would be like, take my organs, but I'd be scared with these niggas with this mutant shit. Like, I don't know what these niggas doing.
They'll be done cloned your ass. One of my boys won't.
Nigga, they trying to clone shit. They been cloning shit for 30 years.
I bet you China too. China's off the hook with shit like that. I bet you they got.
Oh, you know how long ago they cloned a goat?
I did hear about that. It was a goat.
Like 20. That shit was like 20 years ago, dog. Like, you imagine what they got now? That was like a long time ago when they cloned a goat. That was a long time ago, when they did that shit.
Now you know a lot of shit came through from that HeLa cell, the Henrietta Lacks ovarian cancer cell. They were able to figure out the genetic code for the DNA and everything through that woman's cells, her cancer cells. You heard the story about Henrietta Lacks?
Nah.
It's a immortal cell that's called the HeLa cell. It's a very invasive cell, and it's basically this woman from the early 1900s. It's her ovarian cancer cell, and it's just immortal. It's still replicating today.
That's crazy.
And her family's still living in poverty. Hopefully somebody looked out for him. I heard somebody gave him some money because her cancer cells have generated billions. This is her right here, Miss Henrietta. Hold up, I'll pull it up.
The black lady.
Descended of sharecropper.
Yeah. I ain't gonna front. Niggas never be want to give us no money. They be owing us money and don't be finding little crazy ass ways not to give us money.
And she died in 1951 from the cancer. And her cells are still replicating today. And she was in Baltimore at a spot. You know what's crazy? And cervical cancer, her cervical cancer cells are still replicating. And in most laboratories where they got the HeLa cell, what happened was this young scientist found out about her and went to find her family. She found out about her in like the 80s. Oprah did a movie about this chick, and we never heard about it.
I bet you Oprah ain't sent her no money. Fuck Oprah. Or Jeff and that.
But
Oprah ain't shit. I'm gonna just jump out the window and say that. Like, you remember Oprah tried to disappear because you remember that video they was frying Oprah motherfucking ass when it was them fires in Hawaii. The other day, her and The Rock tried to do a video asking people to donate money. Bitch, man, Oprah, you donate some money.
Now, with that, they said with the money they accidentally had set aside for the Ukraine, they overpaid. They had like $6 billion of our tax dollars that were set aside that they wound up sending. They could have sent well, I know that's not how money allocation works, but they could have sent it over there to help rebuild those communities instead of that little bullshit $700 a person they gave them.
How about this, right? How about y'all give us our money, right? And shit that's probably stop happening to y'all. Because you know that's how the universe works. That's how the universe works, man.
Karma's a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why y'all can't get right. That's why y'all still trying. Y'all didn't pay what y'all did to certain people wrong. Y'all still doing us wrong to this day and acting like y'all not. And then disguise it as all y'all crying, y'all beg. We ain't begging for shit. Just give us what y'all owe us. Like the fuck.
Yeah, they got a lot of people come over here that doesn't have any history or anything to do with the trials and the tribulation Black folks have dealt with, even well past slavery, and they want to talk shit as they come in. Y'all trying to just get stuff for free. I was like, nah, there's a bunch of motherfuckers living and breathing that are still owed cash.
But not even the people that's owed cash. The U.S. Freedmen's Bank, and this is from the U.S. Treasury's word, was set up for Black Americans to build money for their families. Y'all stole all the money, dog. Y'all owe us money. That money was ours. On top of the free labor. I didn't even talk about the free labor. I'm just talking about the U.S. Freedmen's Bank money that y'all stole that was there for us, that was supposed to be for our family, that y'all stole, that y'all financed for railroads and highways and paving streets and shit like that. Y'all owe us money, man. It is what the fuck it is. Ain't nobody begging. Y'all owe what y'all owe. And I don't care if you be like, oh, well, my family didn't have no slaves. So what? I didn't do nothing to no Native Americans either.
Well,
and my tax dollars still go to the Native Americans, and so did my family's tax dollars go to them too. So
and that's what I tell
it's the government that owes us money.
Yeah, there's no circumstance where the wrongdoers had to pay. It's the government that allowed the situation to transpire.
It's the government.
Yeah.
Not even the fact the government did more than just allow the Black people. The government actually was doing shit too. Like the government allowed these people. Well, they say the government allowed one dude to steal all the money, but you know that the government stole the money because y'all was building shit for this country. Like, so y'all stole the money. Y'all owe us money, nigga. That's just is what it is. And every time, and on top of that, every time we try to rebuild and restructure and do something for our own, y'all come in and destroy it and steal, and y'all still doing that.
I'll read this off my off time. I'm looking at that Freedmen's Bank. They got a Wikipedia page about it.
Fuck that. Go to the U.S. Treasury, the government one. I want you to read that one because that's the one. Fuck all that Wikipedia shit because people always gonna argue against it. You can't argue against no U.S. Treasury. I read that off the government website. Nobody can't tell me. I read that off the U.S. government's website about them stealing our money. Like. Because the building, the U.S. Treasury, the U.S. Freedmen's Bank, the original building is still there. They use it for something. I think it's something else. Kind of government annex.
Yeah, they got a U.S. Freedmen's Bank building. It's on the Department of Treasury.
Yep. I read that shit. When I read it, I was like, "Oh, these people is crazy. They don't even care. Like they like, man, we stole from y'all niggas. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it neither."
And nothing has been done. This shit was debunked in the 1800s still, right?
That's why I'll be like that voting shit trash too. They be all that vote, nigga. Them niggas be doing what they want to do, man. They how you gonna play a game that's rigged? And then they try to use the pain of our ancestors against us. Like, oh, well, people died for that shit, man. If our ancestors was alive, you think they'll be wanting to fall for a banana in a tailpipe over and over again too? Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all, I feel like even participating in this shit is disrespectful to our ancestors. It's getting there, like, because I'm gonna show you why. Y'all give us all these trash ass choices and then make us pick. Like, what? The game is rigged.
Yo, I hate Bank of America, right? They do this dumb shit where they decline shit for suspicious activity, but then they still pay it out without you confirming it. So So they double and hit me up for twice the money. I sent a Christmas present to my daughter.
Scam shit.
Doubled it up and sent it. Well, I mean, it's going to somebody. It's going to the person it was intended. And I might have to tell her to send half of that back. Cause I was like, damn, it was only supposed to be one.
Yeah.
And Bank of America does that all the time. They'll decline. They did that to me at the ABC store. Saw it was suspicious activity, declined it, but then still paid it later. So I had
used the ABC store. Where was that? It was where you live at?
Yes, out here in Virginia. Yeah.
So how the fuck is that suspicious? What?
I don't even know. Bank of America. I'm about to lead them.
That's some scammy. That's some kind of scam. Trust me. Like that's some kind of scammy shit. Like that's what it sounds like to me. Because you double charge somebody, so that means it's some kind of money in it for them. Because that don't make no sense. I can understand if you normally spend money in here and then all of a sudden you get a charge in Oregon, and then it's back in Virginia. You feel what I'm saying? Then it's like, all right, something going on here. But other than that type of shit don't make no sense. Like, yeah, I'd be scared sending my son shit, man. But I just had like that Oculus I just sent him. That shit was $600. I sent that shit through the mail. I just be having to pray nobody don't steal it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it gets there type shit. But he got it. Like, his grandmother got it. I sent it to his grandmother's house. Like, shit.
Yeah, but you could always too, like what I like about like when you ship stuff, you can put insurance on it too. So if it does go, you can get your check.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't shout out our folks. If you're just rolling through this broadcast, the music we're playing in the background, you can find the links in the description. Please make sure you go to Spotify and give these artists some spins. They are actually our blood relatives. Well, most of them, except for Slump and Dave, like a blood relative. Dave Jackson is my nigga.
Yeah, we know Dave didn't not even getting there over 20-some years.
Yeah, he family. Yeah, so. And then we got Slumpzero. That's my little bro. That's my dog. And then we got Mark Matthew and Shawn.
Yeah, we gotta have. I swear, we gotta get Mark up here. We gotta get Fatty up here.
We could kidnap
that podcast. That podcast episode with Will and Fatty. I still be listening. That shit be having me in tears. I be crying real tears, like, cause you know them niggas, they already funny, like all of them kind of funny, like yeah, they all funny.
Right.
Like, yeah, but I love it. We all get one with all of us in here, like, cause we all do it from our crib type shit.
And it's good too, like even if they don't have like a desktop setup, the phone shit worked pretty good with the phone.
Yeah, yeah,
worked pretty good.
As long as you got it quiet and some good lighting, the phone shit is straight. Like.
So we could grab Fatty. I mentioned to Will. Will just said to let him know. I mentioned a while ago though, like months ago. He just said let him know.
Nah, I did too. He said he with it. But it looked like Will been working a lot.
That's what we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, my black ass is actually I got like even next week after Christmas, I'm supposed to be the acting supervisor, so I'm gonna be a little tied up starting Tuesday. But
shit, when you hit me, I was asleep, nigga.
I thought about it later.
Nigga, I was knocked out, nigga. I was asleep like a mother. I literally just before you started, I just woke up. I was knocked out. Like I was asleep.
Yeah, because I mean, you work on
that shit, man. Yeah, that shit be hurting after a while. I'm old too, getting old, man.
I used to do that shit for years, man. Work the swing shift and overnights. I ain't built like that no more. I'm spoiled.
Now you got it nice and good. But I ain't going front. You paid your dues long enough to get to where you at though. That you worked all your life.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of what do you call it? A lot of sacrifices, a lot of years of work.
Nigga, you was in that movie theater, nigga. That couple of summers, nigga, seen every movie that ever came out during that time. Like
that was
like
fun
95.
Job.
Hell yeah, what? That shit would be in there all day watching all the movies.
Yeah, I like that. And plus, me, I'm a movie dude anyway. I like watching movies. Hey, did you ever try out?
Me too.
Did you ever try out? Did you ever watch that show Banshee yet, or you didn't get around to it?
Nah, I didn't get to it. Yeah. I'm gonna get to it though, cause I saved it in my what's the name? It's up there, like shows up there.
Let me know what you think once you start watching that motherfucker.
Yeah, I read the description. That shit looks pretty crazy. Like, I know when I get into it, I'm gonna get into it. Like,
yeah, it's a good.
But sometimes it takes me a while to like. I be watching so much shit that it takes me a while to like start it. Like, it's hard for me to start something, but once I start it, I get into it. But yeah, I'm a heavy movie. That's probably genetics. I heavy movies and heavy TV shows. Cause remember, Pops. You know what's crazy? I hate sci-fi shit. Pops love that shit. Pops,
yeah, like Star Trek
ass nigga. Yeah, techie nigga. Pops, for some reason, I never, even back then when Pops used to watch, I never liked that shit. Never
I was an old school Star Trek little nigga. I like certain sci-fi stuff. I like the vampire movies too. I'm a weirdo with the vampire shit.
I like that, nigga. I'll take it a step further, nigga. I read Anne Rice's book, the interview. I read
the
Vampire Lestat.
Yeah.
I read Interview with a Vampire, Vampire Lestat. It's another one too that I read too. That was based on the that movie Aaliyah was in, Queen of the Damned.
Queen of the Damned.
It was based on that, yeah.
Because Lestat was
on that.
Lestat.
Yeah.
You know, when she passed away, and they got the Interview with the Vampire TV show, and her son is working with them with that. And
for real, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched a couple episodes of that. It's just super LGBTQ.
They because you know what they did? They turned the gay down in the vampire Interview with a Vampire, but they broke the brakes off that shit in the TV show.
Yeah.
Turned
it got crazy. But even though vampires always been linked to that anyway, they don't really got a preference. Like, grown ass always been like that.
Yeah, grown ass men biting another nigga's neck is just weird.
But even romantically, vampires always been like that. So that ain't really. They just took it to like a next level. Like, but yeah, I be into that shit. I'm like, nigga, I be on YouTube watching real horror shit, like people getting haunted for real. Like, I be watching that type of shit. Like,
yo,
watch it all the time.
There's a book I read. It was something about the oldest living vampire, and it was about a dude that was around with a modern man with the Neanderthals, and he was part Neanderthal, and he was talking about how the modern human beings and Neanderthal could mate, but if a Neanderthal got a modern woman pregnant, the modern woman usually would die in childbirth because the Neanderthal baby's head was too big and her hips
big, right?
Yeah. So, and he was like, and it was talking about the groups, like they would raise their families together, and it was like his best friend and him had all these girls, and they don't know whose kid was who. They could tell if the kids were blind, it's possibly his, but they both were just smashing these broads and just taking care of all the kids that came out as if they were all their kids.
That's some strange shit.
Well, it's tribal shit. Like, what do you call it? Serial, like, wild shit. These niggas was like early human beings. So then fast forward thousands of years later, this nigga's still alive. And he's chilling in here, just doing all this other stuff and running around eating niggas and shit. It was a good book. I finished it, but I finished this book a couple years ago. I got to probably reread it.
Oh, so he was like the first vampire.
He was an early vampire. He wasn't the first because someone turned him.
See, that's the thing too. Even with the Anne Rice books, I don't remember who was the first. There wasn't no first. They couldn't find. Cause remember in Interview with the Vampire, that nigga was trying to find the first vampire. What's his name? I forgot his name. The not Lestat, the other one, the one Brad Pitt played.
Yeah, Lewis.
No, not Brad. Yeah. He was trying to find the oldest vampire, like.
And that's what, like, Lewis. And it's funny because even in that, like, you can see the struggle with the Black Lewis, with him with his like sexuality, because he didn't even know he was gay until Lestat seduced him.
But that's that vampire shit though. Like, you ever watch True Blood?
Oh, I love that show. I used to watch that shit all the time.
Nigga, True Blood was so fire when it came out. Like, True Blood was so fire. But even True, to me, out of everything I ever seen about vampires, True Blood was like the epitome of it, because it showed you how the vampires was glamoring motherfuckers.
Mhm.
Yo, True Blood was crazy, dog. True Blood
Rest
was
in peace. What was the
crazy.
dude? The actor that played Lafayette passed away.
Yeah, he been died.
Yeah, it was sad because he like drank himself to death.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. Yeah. Yeah, but he was good. That's the dude they used to say looked like Charlemagne.
Now you know that cat was in the James Brown movie with your boy what's his name Nilson Ellis. He was a talented brother.
Yeah, he was a good actor. Hell yeah. Even Lafayette, he played that role like a motherfucker. Like
they were. Oh, then he died back in 2017. Jesus.
I told you, he been died. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about Lafayette that I like that was real? It show you the truth. Cause keep telling niggas. A lot of them dudes that be gay, they'll beat your ass, nigga. You play around with them, they be having dresses, all that on, but if you notice, most of them be on the bigger side too. A lot of them don't be little men, they be big men. Like, yeah. Man, Lafayette was manhandling niggas in that show. I'm lying?
No, he was killing them.
Lafayette was manhandling niggas in that show. Like, so that's what I liked about his character, because that shit is real life. A lot of them dudes you be seeing, they niggas be having dresses on, beat your motherfucking ass. Like,
yo, somebody was telling me a story about it was a group of Marines that were over in Thailand, and they were trying to harass a lady boy because they knew it was a lady boy, and they kept like bothering him. And one Marine like actually poked the motherfucker. The lady boy snatched off her wig in 2 pieces. This nigga knocked him out cold, and then walked away. And the other Marines were so busy laughing, they just picked their boy up because they kept telling him, "Leave her alone, man. Leave her alone."
That shit happen. I bet you that shit happens more often than a little bit, dog. Them niggas will beat you up for real. Playing around, like you playing with them niggas, they'll beat you up for real. Like the leader, let them niggas be. Let them niggas do them. If they ain't bothering you, let them niggas go about their business. But that shit is real. That's the one thing I used to be like, yo, Lafayette is a whole gangster and he's tough.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. This shows you the dangers of alcoholism. He tried to go cold turkey after having alcohol.
Can't do it.
And that's what killed him. That's what got Amy Winehouse too. She tried to go cold turkey on her own.
You can't do it. You got to go to the hospital.
Yep.
Even when you go to jail, right? If you go to jail, when they put you in a bullpen in the beginning, like when you first get locked up, they put you in a bullpen. The dope heads, when they get dope sick, they just leave them in there. They don't care. But the alcoholics, they gotta take them out and put them in the infirmary. They have to. I learned that as a kid. Like, yeah, the alcohol shit is crazy. Like,
I didn't even know when I was a brand new CEO on Whaley Avenue. We had this dude that came in. He had the alcoholic snot. I don't know why is that when they're losing it. It's like a piece of snot. It's just always right there, like a little LeBret Pearson. And he was asking me, could he go to the store? And I was like, hold on, I'm gonna talk to the lieutenant and see if we could send you to the store. And then the other dude that was with me, he was like, yeah, dude, we got to send him to medical. I was like, for real? He said, yeah, if we don't, he'll be dead by the morning. He's suffering from alcohol withdrawal. I was like, for real? That's that bad? He's like, dude.
That's why what's crazy, I learned that as a kid. Once I learned that, I was like, yeah, I watch how I do alcohol. That's why I don't drink like that.
But
that shit is worse than anything, any drug. Like, alcohol kill more people than anything, believe that.
And they drank
on a low.
They drank like some of these people were drunk for years. Like I remember God rest her soul, one of my auntie, she tried to go cold turkey and the shakes were like real bad. Like
hell yeah. Bad. They can't go. Some of them survive, like, you feel what I'm saying? Because we had our uncle and shit, our grandfather brother, he was an alcoholic. He did the cold turkey thing. He survived. But that shit is rare, dog. A lot of them be dying. Like even Gary, Ratsy brother Gary.
Mm-hmm.
They brother Horseman. That's how he died. He died of cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh my God, yeah, shit.
Yeah, Horseman died of cirrhosis of the liver too. Like that's what I'm saying. The alcohol shit is crazy, dog.
Yeah,
That shit and you know that shit is in our family, like
yeah,
all over the place. Like that's all over the goddamn place. Our grandfather, grandmother, like you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They was both alcoholics. That's probably why Pops don't drink.
Oh, he definitely don't fuck. I remember he had a period where he was sipping on some wine every now and again, but he stopped doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. I bet one thing I do, man, I ain't gonna say that because I forgot we was recording.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I be having to catch myself sometime. I be about
yeah, one time I had to look. I see that little red ticker. I was like, yeah,
let me not.
Yeah, let me not even. Yeah, but yeah, hell yeah, that shit is in our family. I'll be staying away from that. Like I'll drink. Like I had a drink last night, but one drink. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get drunk too, but it's not. I ain't no way in far I'm be drinking every day. I'm scared of that shit. I'm scared of it.
I try to limit some of it because I'm a drinker, so
that's what I'm saying. You be drinking, like you probably should watch it. You know what I'm saying? Might
should.
chill for a little, at least give it like a break for a little while. Then you know what I'm saying? Take a drink here and there because that shit's dangerous.
Taking like a month off at periods of time. I take a couple weeks off at periods of time. Then I thought about just stopping altogether, but nah.
It's okay to drink. You just gotta, you just can't be drinking every day type shit. Like once you start needing that shit, motherfuckers waking up in the morning drinking that shit. Because that's how it starts. Most alcoholics start their day off with some beer.
Yep. You know what's funny is that we had a dude at my but he's gone now. He left the job. He was so bad he would get the shakes. He kept nips in his bag so he could hit the.
All of them do that.
So you
think he the only one? If you're an alcoholic, they all got that shit because they can't go a whole day. You think they could go a whole 8 hours without drinking? It's impossible. They can't do it. They'll be in that motherfucker shaking.
And them shakes,
they can't do it.
They look bad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I do not miss that job at Welly Avenue, boy. I hated that job. I hated being a CO there. I hated being a CO altogether. I just didn't like it. It wasn't a bad job. I'm a people person, so I was able to not piss off people and I treat everybody with respect. So I didn't have a hard time per se, but it was just like I just hate babysitting grown ass men.
And that's what you figured jail like you got just where the degenerates is at. And not saying everybody that's in jail is a degenerate, but there's a lot of them in there. Like when you go to jail, it's like a madhouse in there.
Yeah.
All the childish niggas that don't know how to like act in society, that's where they at, like in jail. Like that's why when I used to be going to jail when I was a young nigga, right? And I used to go to jail and there used to be old men in there talking about all you young niggas in here making all that noise. I used to be getting mad, like nigga, we in jail. Why you niggas listen? Why you niggas, right? You be in the street acting crazy, right? And then go to jail and just submit immediately. I never understood that. I never worked in jail. I never did none of that shit, bro. When I went to jail, I was in there. If I'm gonna be me in the street, I ain't going to jail to be. I'm a learn the ropes and I'm gonna do what I want to do in here too. Like once I learn the COs to stay away from and all that, I wasn't one of them kicking in the CO face. And I'm over there trying to get some weed. I'm doing all that shit like in jail. Like, I'm doing all the shit you ain't supposed to do in jail, but I'm staying away from COs. I never got no tickets. I just stayed away from the COs. Like,
yeah, yo. It was one time when I was in Welly Ave, was working. It was New Year's Eve, right? So the inmates had was smoking weed on the tier. So what they did to kind of cloak the weed, they just set little fires to.
Yeah, all the time.
And the fucking lieutenants came because the whole block was smoked up, and my boy Ralphie sniffs, goes up to a cell, pull that nigga out. This nigga's eyes was bloodshot red.
Geeked up in there. In there, geeked up.
And then the lieutenant goes, "All right, I hope y'all enjoy your dope. This whole unit getting pissed tomorrow."
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
What?
Jail so janky, right? At least when I was going to jail, I don't know how it is now, but it was so janky that I could have smoked right then and there. And by the time we piss, I my shit clean already, nigga. I done drunk so much water because you could dilute your shit.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just keep drinking. Especially if he'd have told me, oh, tomorrow, because that's all them niggas did. Oh, tomorrow we getting pissed, just drink mad water. And just piss all through the night, and by the time you ain't get them straight pissed. We should do that shit all the time, and be beating urines, all that shit. Like, so.
Yeah, see, in like my job when they do random piss tests, I've been hit up all the years I've been hit up like maybe twice. And they just tell you go to the fucking clinic and pee in a cup. But if it seems too diluted, they do it in inconclusive. They hit you with an inconclusive and they try to piss you again.
Yeah, that's basically like a dirty.
Yeah.
Almost.
But these niggas will fire you.
But the thing with that is though, if they tell you to go to the clinic you just bring somebody else piss.
This is true.
And that's what everybody be doing, cause everybody get high, nigga. Fooling me, them niggas be on everything too, like. COs be in there asking inmates for honey buns and M&Ms. I seen all that before, dog. Dead. And you know what I'm saying? It's true. Like, them niggas be in there eating inmate snacks for real. Like, cause them niggas, the COs be in there just as long as them niggas. Some of them be in there 12. Yeah, they be in there all day long.
With inmates than you do with your family.
COs work a lot of hours. Like, they can make a lot of money though.
Yeah, it was good overtime. My shit's pure as the driven snow, so I could piss for everybody.
Yeah, I already knew that. By then, you had stopped smoking.
Yeah.
But that was before the army.
Yes, sir. I started walking the straight and narrow once I raised my hand, swear to support and defend the United States Constitution.
Yeah, I remember that. Cause we used to be blowing it down, nigga.
I've been getting weird ass text messages from random numbers.
Yeah, that's the scammers.
Who this?
That's the scammers. That's gonna say this is Kevin. This ain't Rachel, nigga. The other day I hit one of them niggas with. They said, you forgot your gift. I was like, wrong number. They said, oh, this is such and such. This ain't. I said, man, you scammers gotta find a new. Y'all gotta get a new. This shit don't work. Cause you know it's them Indian niggas. Mm-hmm. That's who it is. Like them niggas. No disrespect to the Indian community, but that's who doing all that. It's either the Indian or some Nigerian niggas. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. That is a fact. Every time I ever got scammed on the phone, it was the Indian niggas.
Yo,
try to get scammed.
I try to pretend to be the nigga they messaging to see how far I can go with it. They cut it off. They don't want to play. Or when they call me with the scam, I try to keep them on the phone and act like I'm going with it, but they don't fall for it. They be hanging up on me. Kind of hurt.
One day when I was still in the street, right? One day when I was still in the street, I had got one of them calls from my from this Indian dude. He said, yeah, this is the IRS. You owe $10,000 in taxes. I let him run his whole spill. I said, word, $10,000? I said, I got that right now, too. What I got to do to pay? Because he was saying if I don't pay it, I go to jail. Mind you, I had never worked a day in my life, nigga. How the fuck I owe taxes, nigga? I never worked a day in my. At this point, I had never worked nowhere. Like, what the fuck you talking about work? So he said he's saying that. So I'm like, I'm just letting him run his whole spill. So I hit him with, all right. I said, so how do I owe money, right? I said I'm about to go to what's the name and pay it right now. But let me ask you a question. How I owe taxes? I never worked. He like you never. I said I never worked. He just hung up on me. I never worked nowhere. You can't owe no taxes. You never worked, nigga. But it's, every time that shit I ever got one of them calls, it was an Indian nigga. Every single time.
I've gotten those from a Canadian number saying they were the IRS. We're going to have to get you arrested. I don't want to get arrested.
They got whole YouTube. You ever watch one of them YouTube channels that be busting the scammers?
Oh,
they be finding the buildings where them niggas is at and all that. Like,
yo, I love those YouTubers. I love watching them.
Yo, it's one dude be keeping them on the phone for like they be streaming for hours, like 6 hours. They be having them on the phone and just running through the scan. And it's one dude who be taking money out the account, like he'll act like he putting money in it and he'll be stealing money out there. Shit, it's wild.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, he be stealing money. He be stealing money out there. I'm talking about like real money too. It'd be like hundreds of thousands. It'd be crazy.
That is hilarious.
But he'll keep him on the phone for like 4 hours, like long ass time.
I love when they piss him off and the motherfuckers like are losing their mind. Like, why are you do? I did not say to do this. Why are you doing this? You're driving me crazy. What are you, stupid?
But the crazy shit, every time I listen to that, it just reminds me the audacity of some of these people that don't live in America, like how they look at like Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Like they look at us like we just supposed to give them the shit that whatever we got. If they ask for it, we just supposed to give it to them. Like that's how they be thinking. I don't know why, nigga. We struggling over here too. Like it ain't easy over here.
But we could say especially after traveling a little bit, our poor is different than rest of the world poor. Them niggas be living in dirt shacks and shit. That shit crazy.
Shout out to our ancestors, nigga.
For real. Man, I remember I went to
that's who built the wealth for this country to thrive like that. So the wealth was built on free labor for all them years. And then they started building industries. But before there was any industries, it was free labor. Like that was the industry. Like
yeah, they said that the slave trade here in the United States was a multi-billion-dollar business, especially when they started doing the breeding farms and shit. I didn't even know about breeding farms until a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's why they be calling athletes slaves.
The most successful breeder of those farms died in 1950 something. He was still alive in 1950. That's what I told people.
You do know that's why they call athletes slaves, right? Because the way they trade them and the way they draft them and how they do it is almost similar to the way they used to do the slave auction.
Yo, what's crazy is South Park did an episode where Kenny went. Not Kenny. What's the one that talks like this? The weird voice nigga. He went in and he was calling the athletes. It was a college athletic program. He was calling them slaves, and he was like, "Well, it's not slaves; they're athletes." Okay, wink, wink. So these athletes, how much for the white ones and how much for the brown ones? It was just a weird South Park episode. That shit was hilarious.
But basically, the formula is different. Only thing better is now they paying them more, but the formula, how they trade them and all that shit, how you could buy people, that they buy their players. The formula is the same. Like a lot of this shit that we do, like even I didn't know this either because it's this channel with this white dude named his name is John Solo, Jon Solo, right? And he talks about like the origins of a lot of stuff. And most of the fairy tales was evil and dark. All of them, basically. Like all of the Disney fairy tales, like Cinderella, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, all that shit was some creepy. The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. All of them was like they was basically horror stories. Like the original stories of them shits was like horror stories. Crazy. But a lot of the stuff that we do now in America was the origins of it was bad. Like police officers.
Yo, Yeah,
Came from the overseer. That's why the origins of police. I think the police department started in 1865, if I'm not mistaken. The same year slavery ended. If
the
I'm not mistaken.
vagrancy laws also started then, so they could relock motherfuckers up to keep
all
the labor.
that shit.
Yeah.
Because when you in jail, you basically doing slave work. Because when you work in jail, that's why I never worked in jail. Because when you work, they pay you, nigga. It'd be like $12 every 2 weeks. I mean, every week or some shit. So you get $24 every 2 weeks type shit, and they pay you bi-weekly. They got the nerve to pay them niggas bi-weekly.
Shit, in the Fed pen, they force them to work.
Can't force nobody to work, dog.
They do in the Feds.
You can't.
They do.
You can't force me to work. All you're gonna do is put me in Fed.
Yeah.
You can't make me do shit.
They'll do that, but I think they try to make people work.
They could try, but they can't. Like, how you make somebody work? How?
I don't know. It may seem like it was more behooved them to work than not.
Because them niggas be wanting freedom. Because the thing with the Feds, right? They get the Feds. They get more freedom than state jail already, right? So in order for you to live, especially if you gotta do a long bid, them niggas just be wanting to live comfortable. But say like if I go to the Feds and I'm just on some nigga fuck the system, I ain't doing shit. Nigga, y'all just gonna put me in SEG.
Yeah.
I'll do my bid in SEG then. Fuck y'all nigga. I ain't working though. You can't make me do shit.
This is true. And eventually they'll have to cut you out of SEG because there's laws and restrictions.
It's not even and then eventually I'm gonna get my way. They gotta be somebody to buck the system. That's all it is. You can't make nobody do shit. Like, I'm telling you, when I was a young nigga, I was not working because I always used to think like, why the fuck, like, y'all niggas be in the street acting crazy, disrespecting the community, old people trying to live, y'all sitting on this old lady porch, disrespect, doing all kind of shit. They come to jail and let these motherfuckers just tell you what you can and can't do, and you just gonna agree and just go to work go home and work then. You make more money in the street working. Why you ain't working at home then? You go to jail, got kids and all that shit, won't work in the street, but go to jail and be in the kitchen, working all day. Because them niggas with the kitchen job be in there all, nigga, they be in there all, they wake up 3 o'clock in the morning.
They be having the hookup with contraband too and good shit to cook in the units. That's one of the reasons a lot of the cats like the kitchen, because
I know.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Nigga, I ain't living like that. I never was no kitchen nigga. When I'm not working in no kitchen. Like,
there's a story. There's a dude I used to work with that wound up getting fed time. I work right next to this dude. He wound up going to work in the power plant. This is years after I left. He got this job. So anyway, it's a female prison. So he starts sleeping with one of the inmates in the power plant. And he's going through a nasty divorce, so he decides that if she could have her thug friends kill his wife, so he could get custody of his kid and not have to battle with it. So anyway, obviously this.
Oh, you knew this nigga?
Oh, I knew this nigga. Yeah. I worked with him a lot, and I'm not gonna say his name. But anyway, he gets popped for that.
He got locked up. He got locked up for it?
Locked up for that.
Shit, I would have said that nigga name. Shit, that shit is public record. Stupid ass nigga.
Oh, wait, the story ain't over yet. So he's locked up. He gets about 16 years for murder for hire and all this other shit, and also for rape, like for the R word. For you, inmate is awarded a state. They can't consent to sex. So he got.
Oh, I already know that. Yep.
He got an SA charge for having relations with this young lady. So while he's locked up in his new spot, he decides that he wants one of his homies in there. He tries to get them to go after the criminal investigator who investigated his case, the judge, and his baby mama again, his ex-wife. He tries to hire him to go after these people. So he gets
judge?
Yeah, he gets retried. He goes back to court and gets convicted of that shit.
They gave that nigga, they ain't give him the death penalty for that?
Nah, I think that he was damn near in there for life after that.
You trying to kill a judge? You lucky.
So about a year or so ago, his cellie beat him to death.
Jesus Christ. The downward trajectory of that was just nasty.
Sully beat him to death.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Nigga, somebody need to get that nigga life and write a book of that nigga shit is traumatic, dog.
Yo, that's why I told you, like, you know that you heard of the Netflix special, Orange is the New Black, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's based on a chick that was locked up in Danbury when I was working there.
Oh yeah, I knew that because I knew that from you. You learned that from the beginning, like the first episode. Yeah, she was a regular little white girl that got locked up.
Yeah, she was locked up my first year as a federal correction officer. I was.
Oh, you seen her before?
Oh yeah, I know exactly who she is. She was locked up. She even said, "I'm gonna make a movie and I'm gonna put you in it, Officer Clinton." I was like, "Whatever."
Was you in it?
Nah, there's one character that might look like, but here's the deal: the officers in the TV series are like a mixture of a bunch of different guys.
Yeah, they did it so you can't pinpoint nobody. You can't sue.
Yeah.
How they be doing that shit? Yeah, I get it.
But it's hilarious. They got one nigga with a peg leg. You can't be a CO with a peg leg, man.
Fuck no. That's why I said a bunch of that. But TV is weird, like, because a lot of shit I see on TV, I be like, nigga, in real life, that shit ain't, man. That's why if you notice, you know why why people stop watching like regular TV, because you can watch the real shit on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like fuck all them cop shows. I could really watch a real interrogation. Like I could really watch somebody get I be watching this YouTube channel and watching people get interrogated all the time. Like they be in there for hours lying like a motherfucker, getting caught up in all kind of lies. Stop talking.
Well, what's up, Megan? What's up, lazy lady? Welcome to the broadcast. Julian have up here looking. Hold up. What's she saying?
Looking like hot ho ho.
Ho ho ho, wearing the red hat. Thank you. This is my festive outfit. It's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas.
Deal with that. Let me get something to drink. Go ahead.
Merry Christmas to all who may or may not be watching this broadcast live. If you're watching it in a post recording, thank you for taking the time to view. Merry Christmas.
Oh, no, I got my headphones. I'm talking to my brother. He can't hear you.
Stay blessed. So tell her I said hi.
Oh, she heard you.
Yeah.
He heard you. He said hi. I don't know how he heard. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, yeah, I know.
No, good, though. Yo, much love, lady. Oh, what you cook? You cooking up some stuff? Cook my first turkey and waiting on it. You know what? I fried. Merry Christmas to you too, sweetie. I fried my first turkey many years ago. I love it. That fried turkey and peanut oil is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Oh, shit.
I was about to tell you something. I completely lost my train of thought. Carrots, potatoes. Oh, you was doing it up, lazy. Carrot, potatoes, and green beans. Delicioso. Da bien. It's good. Chicken broth, yeah, that's how you do it. You gotta keep that meat juicy. I like to when I have done a turkey, I like to baste the hell out that hoe. Unless I do the fried turkey. Fried turkey for some reason stay juicy. And you could get fried turkeys from like Popeyes. You can actually get a whole, or is it fried turkey? Is it Popeyes or what's that other one? A Christian chicken place?
It's definitely Popeyes.
Yeah. But what's
you
the Christian?
That turkey from Popeyes is probably fire too.
I bet so. We like the juices just about running down our chins.
Jesus Christ.
Chick-fil-A, yeah. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's what do you call it? Sweet tea. That shit give you diabetes. That shit's delicious.
Popeye shit too. That shit crazy. That Popeye shit crazy too. Like, you ever had Popeye sweet tea?
Probably, man. I'm fat.
That shit sweet. That shit sweet as fuck too. Like,
I'd be
fire though.
When I get the sweet tea, I'd be putting half water and half tea because that should be too sweet.
Yeah, I just put a bunch of ice in it and just let it like do its thing, like
simmer. I mean, you be sipping and shit. I be guzzling that shit like a fat nigga. I was talking about turkey. Oh, ain't nobody. I was thinking turkey too. Megan, you the dirty one. that comment was a targeted comment to be a little what's the word I'm looking for? The play on words.
It was a good play on words, though. Clever.
I love Pops.
What's Pops?
Popeyes, maybe she was saying. Oh, she loved Popeyes better than KFC.
Oh yeah, me too. That's hands down. Like, I don't even.
Yeah.
I think most black people, like, or most people, period. Like, KFC wasn't even real chicken at one time. Like.
Yeah, and we was talking about making the turkey moist, but we all know you got that dirty sense of humor. If what she's saying sounds remotely sexual, it's meant to be sexual.
Oh,
lasagna.
Lasagna sounds good too.
Yo, you know who makes some fire ass lasagna? My step pops Joe. He makes some fire lasagna. I haven't had his lasagna in years.
I'm a child of God, sir.
Yeah. Hallelujah this evening, Lord Father God. Please praise. Lay your healing hands. She's been possessed by the horny demon.
I ain't gonna I love Italian food, like lasagna, spaghetti, Alfredo, all that shit. I love all that shit. That pasta shit. I love all that shit.
Facts. I love that shit too.
Baked ziti, all that shit.
Like they used to make us. Here's what's weird. As a kid, I hated the ricotta cheese in lasagna. Now as an adult, I love me some ricotta cheese.
Okay.
It's Italiana. Hallelujah.
Italian food is fire. I ain't gonna go. That's one of my favorites for real.
You know, yeah. Italians know they shit. Yo, they was talking about how in New Haven, Connecticut, the Italian population there made some fucking fire pizza. Some of the best pizza in the country come out of New Haven.
You know why?
What is it?
You ever see the movie Goodfellas?
Mm-hmm.
The dude Henry Hill, after he finished snitching, he moved to West Haven. His restaurant was called Goodfellas. He died in like 2010, I think.
Oh wow!
But it's I think it's still a couple Goodfellas still out here. But Henry Hill the one that started it.
Nice.
And remember, if you watch the movie Goodfellas, he was cooking in the movie. He loved to cook, so that might be the reason. Like, but I did hear somewhere that New Haven got good ass pizza.
Rest in peace, Ray Liotta too. He passed away.
Yeah, Ray Liotta died when?
Yeah. Hold up, I'll tell you right now, so I don't have to lie about it.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ray Liotta, for real.
He was still working.
I'm guessing cancer because he was definitely a cig smoking nigga.
I think it was a heart attack. Unexpected heart attack. I butchered his name. Google still figured it out. He was only 67 years old. He died May 26, 2022.
Oh, he just died. That's why I didn't know. That's it. He just died last year.
That was my guy, man.
Yeah, I like Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta was a good actor.
Make a whole dinner. See, and you be out in Virginia all the time too. She be rolling out, traveling to see her friend all the time out here in VA. All the Popeyes chicken clogs his arteries.
Man.
Oh no, I don't know if Ray Liotta was a Popeyes fan though. And, he passed away in the Dominican Republic too. I think he was on site doing a film.
Oh yeah, that definitely had to be a heart attack or something. Because if he was out there, he wasn't expecting it. That's what I'm guessing. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to scroll down, see the particulars. Liotta died. Oh, he died in his sleep on March 26, 2022, at 67 during the filming of Dangerous Waters. He was filming a movie. I gotta watch.
That's definitely a heart thing. He died in his sleep.
At the time of his death, he was engaged to JC Natalio. The autopsy report released for Lyoto's cause of death was respiratory failure, pulmonary edema, heart failure.
Yeah, hard shit.
It's arteriolysis cited as the underlying issue. Hey, what's up? What's up, little sis? Yeah, that's my younger sister, Megan. But yeah, man, Ray Liotta, rest in peace, my guy.
There's a lot of motherfuckers died over these last 3 years since this COVID shit, and it wasn't just COVID; it was all kinds of shit. The fentanyl, dog.
Yeah, fentanyl's raw.
That fentanyl is going crazy on
Yo.
everybody that died that they try to hide why they died. That's what got them. That fentanyl.
And it was crazy with fentanyl. Pure fentanyl itself will kill your ass immediately. Just a little bit of. I seen cops drop like pow. If you don't get them with that Narcan, they done.
They said a fingernail, like about the size of a fingernail amount of that shit, they kill you. Yep.
But and one of the reasons they mix it with the coke is you get to spread it out a lot more, and it still has potency. And I got a whole. Listen. yeah, it's a long conversation to have. I've had plenty of debates with some cats about stuff like that. We were just talking about that earlier in the broadcast. We were mentioning some of the stuff about that. Tip of a pen is dangerous with pure fentanyl. Yeah, with pure fentanyl, like it's bad. Like that
fentanyl is crazy.
How bad it is in the Fed pen. Inmates were dropping dead all the time. Like on the yard, they didn't have them ingest anything on camera. They just took enough where they walked down the yard and just dropped. And then they were all the COs have to walk around with Narcan now. And then they actually switched from Narcan to another drug that's a little more successful at saving niggas' lives. It's that bad.
And on top of that, Biden is letting everybody just run in the country. What the fuck wrong with you?
Wide the fuck open.
It's fentanyl going crazy, killing people, and it's killing. The crazy shit with the fentanyl. It don't give a fuck if you got how much money you got. That money can't save you from that. It can't protect you from that. Because once you drop, if they don't catch you in a certain amount of minutes, your ass is done. Fried, dog. You done.
That's what killed.
Ain't no getting you to the hospital. You gonna die.
That's what killed Shock G, man. Fentanyl.
Everybody that most of them entertainers that been dying, the fentanyl got them. Like DMX, Miller, Shock G, the dude from Friends, Michael K. Williams. Man, it's so much people that die from that shit. Don't even make no sense. Like, and that's just in the last few years. So because of traffic stop, she searched herself and they had it in a company. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I've seen that a lot. I watch a lot of videos of cops just open up something and they just drop.
But that's the cop fault. Cause they tell them they be doing shit they ain't supposed to be doing anyway, touching shit with their hands. They ain't supposed to be doing that. They know that. Like digging in people's pockets and all that crazy shit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. That's what I'll say. Like one of the reasons they have the COs walk around with it too, because they got to do shakedowns. So if there's fentanyls in their shakedown, they ain't got no choice but to possibly touch that shit. And the shit gets airborne. Like even if they don't touch it with their skin, it can get airborne and fuck you up.
That fentanyl shit is the craziest shit. I just watched. I told you it's a channel I'll be watching when people getting interrogated. It was one girl put that shit on her baby gums. Yo, people is diabolical, dog. I just watched a case of one chick put her boyfriend in a suitcase. Nigga, she put the nigga in a suitcase and zipped the suitcase shut and was flipping the suitcase over and then went upstairs and went to sleep while the nigga died. Nigga, I would have lost my goddamn mind. First of all, I don't even like tight spaces. I can't. I'm claustrophobic. So he was in a suitcase, balled up like, and she left him in there.
Did he like?
Yo, that's the crazy.
How big was this bitch, and how little was this nigga? What?
He was little. I don't know how she talked him into getting in a suit. I don't know. I don't know how.
And then forgot about him.
No, she ain't forgetting. Listen, bro. She didn't forget about him. I'm gonna show you what's crazy. The video that I'm watching, I'm gonna send it to you. The video that I seen, right? She tried, when they started interrogating, she tried to act like she forgot. They went in her phone. Oh, sheesh. They went in her phone, right? And she had a video of her videoing a nigga in the suitcase, and she's talking to him, and he's begging to get out the suitcase, and she like, no, fuck you. I'm not letting you out. And then it's like different clips of the video where the suitcase was in different positions. So meaning she was flipping the suitcase over. First, she had him in the regular position. Then she had the suitcase flipped on top where the zipper part was upside down. So he's upside down. Then she had it sit upright. So she is flipping this nigga over in the suitcase. He's begging to get out of the suitcase.
Yeah, so she murdered that.
Dog. It's one of the hardest videos I ever had to watch. It's hard to watch because when you see the nigga in a suitcase, you just imagine yourself being in a suitcase. And she was little. She wasn't big. She was just like a big lady.
So he voluntarily got in the suitcase because she talked him into it, and then she just left him locked in there.
That's what I'm guessing. I don't really know how she convinced this stupid nigga to get in the suitcase. But he got in that suitcase. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
That's wild.
That shit is one of the wildest stories I ever seen, dog.
That is fucking redundant.
In a suit, in a small. It wasn't even no big suitcase neither. Like.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't have to worry about. I'm a big dude, so I doubt any girlfriend I'm gonna be dealing with is gonna be shoving my big black ass into a suitcase.
I'm not even getting in no suitcase. I'm not getting in the suitcase. Ain't no playing games. I'm not. Hell no. I don't even play like that. I wouldn't even put nobody else in the suitcase. Yeah, me neither. I don't play like that. I know people personally that died horse playing. Get serious and they go get. I don't play like that. Like horse playing, like all that wrestling and shit. Like nigga, I don't want to wrestle no niggas.
Yo, remember one time there was one of our little cousins, and we was at Carol Ave, and he was always wanting to horse play with me, and I told him, "Nah, I don't do that. I don't do that." He's like, "Come on, wrestle with me. Come on." And he was a big nigga, and I said, "All right, this one time, but that's it. And if you lose, that's it." So we squared off. I tickled this nigga, and then I put him in a full Nelson.
That's hilarious.
Mark was rolling. He was like, "How you gonna tickle a grown ass man, bro?" And he keyed when I tickled this nigga.
That's hilarious. Nigga, I hate wrestling. I never liked wrestling and shit. When I was a kid, like all that wrestling playing around, and then I figured out the psychology of it in the street. Nigga want to wrestle you in the street to see how strong you is, to see if they're stronger than you.
Yep.
If they find out they're stronger than you, then they gonna start trying to try you. Like nigga, get the fuck out of here. That shit. That's what that is. Like
exactly.
Now, if your cousins want to run, that's something different. His family is something different. But a nigga in the street, when I'm talking about even your friends, the nigga you call your friend, that nigga want to run. He want to see how strong you is, so he could try you. Like that's what that is.
Yeah, fuck all that noise.
Yeah, fuck facts. Fuck all that. We ain't gotta run. We might as well just fight and get over with. Like, fuck all that.
I'm too old to even be fighting right now, man. I'm not gonna fight fair.
Oh yeah, I'm only fighting for defense. Like that shit ain't about nothing. And I'm hitting you with something off rip, nigga. That shit ain't about nothing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely too old to be out here wrestling. That shit ain't happening.
I'm gouging eyes, kicking nut sacks. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm doing what I gotta do to get up out of there. Like that's how that shit is self-preservation. That's how.
And the best thing to do is End it as soon as possible and get the fuck away from the
Get the
situation.
fuck on. Yeah, that's how that shit is going. Get the fuck on. Yeah.
That's why one of the things that I always try to tell too, man, that you need to kind of be on the same page. Like if you out with your lady, if you tell her to move, she need to know. If you say move, it's time to move. Don't ask why.
Yeah.
Don't say, listen, we need to go.
Yeah.
No, we need to go.
Yeah, we need to go.
We just need to
Because
bump.
then if something pop off, I'm going to have to be the one to jump in front of all this shit. So let's go.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I try to tell these motherfuckers, man. Gotta have that emergency plan. I still gotta do some classes over here with my equipment and shit. I want to teach Nene how to use, because Nene she's proficient with. Well, I haven't took her shooting in a while. I want to take her and Julie shooting, but she was nasty with the pistol. When I took her shooting, she was really like freakishly good.
That's dope. Hell yeah.
You good. Shot group like in a circle like that. Full load 40 cal. So it has some recoil. Yeah. And she pop. I was like, damn. Put him in the head. Another group. Pop. I was like, damn.
That's good money. Hell yeah.
And she wasn't scared of the recoil. Once I educated her, I tried to repeat myself a couple times. She's like, I got this. She grabbed that shit, charged it. Was no hesitation, like she did that shit before.
That's good money. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's sometimes it's way easier to teach women to shoot because they listen. With dudes, sometimes they have the shit built in their head. They're a little more
ego shit. Yeah, the ego shit.
Yeah. Women are better learners. In a lot of circumstances, I've seen some women do some phenomenal shit at the range. After they were completely trash. If they're paranoid about the recoil, they're like overly squeeze the trigger. Once you get them
and the heaviness, the weight of the gun, a lot of times be intimidating too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it really be. Like,
but Nene's strong, man. There was this big ass box that Julie wanted to move, and she tried to move it, and she was like, it was too heavy. Nene picked that shit up like it was nothing. She was like, how the hell did you move that? She was like, no, I just moved it. She's strong.
Yeah.
I remember when she was little, right? It was we was doing something, and I was trying to tickle her, and I was trying to I used to be able to hold both her arms down and tickle her. And this was when she was little. She like was so strong, she fought out of it. I was like, damn, I had to like put strength on her and shit. Like, what the fuck? She was strong. I said, too bad she never really was like into athletics, because whatever athleticism, but she
would have been good.
She would have been phenomenal, because even her mom's side of the family, they some athletic niggas, period. Anyway,
yeah.
In our side of the family, we got some athletes too. We got some.
Hell yeah.
So she got it from both sides. Because even her mom never worked out a day in her life. This bitch had washboard abs half her life. So I was like, damn. But all right, so what direction you want to go in? You want to get close to wrapping it up, or you got some other topics you want to fucking get into?
Nah, we can wrap it up. It's up to you.
All right, cool. Hold up, we gonna turn it up. Oh, hold up. This is my favorite song, though. I gotta do this one. One of my favorite ones, man. Cause the Henny in the loud got my vision so blurry. But ladies and gentlemen and ladies, thank you for coming to the Hard Pause Podcast for another episode. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you are smashing that subscribe button on Quarter Water TV and on Julian Blaq. I haven't been posting anything, but I'll start posting content soon. But Terrell posts frequently, at least weekly, so you'll be able to get fresh content by going to his channel. Anything else you want to holler at these folks with?
Nah, that's it. Subscribe to the channel, Quarter Water TV.
Yay. See you next week, folks.
Wave, Maurice. Well, you know you want to ride away. She a freak in the sheets.